Welcome into another edition of Mavs Latest. I am Josyah Howard, and today I want to start here. So we see Desmond Bane of the Memphis Grizzlies get traded to the Orlando Magic. And we sit back and say, okay, Memphis pulls off a trade similar to what we saw with Mikal Bridges getting traded to the New York Knicks. A trade where they get 4 first round picks, a pick swap, Cole Anthony, and Contavious Caldwell Pope. Now, KCP didn't really have a strong year this year, but he's somebody that if he turns up for the Memphis Grizzlies, he could average 12 to 15 points, shoot the three ball at a 40% clip. So I'm not totally out on KCP for them as well. So I say all that. I describe that package again: 4 first round picks and a pick swap for the Dallas Mavericks to not net a 4 first round pick package for Luka Doncic still haunts me, and it probably haunts all of you too. Like, you see Desmond Bane go for 4 first round picks. You see Mikal Bridges go for 5 first round picks. And again, we did get Anthony Davis. All right, like, people kind of poo-poo that, but Anthony Davis is a Hall of Fame first ballot player, so it's not like they got nothing for Luka. But even in a trade that includes Anthony Davis in the deal, you got to get 3 first round picks, even if you get it from a different team in a 3-way, 4-way trade. But the fact that they only netted 1 first round pick in their trade for Luka, you sit back and look at that Desmond Bane trade, and you say, "Damn, come on, Nico. I know you got the first overall pick. I love Cooper Flag. That's saving you a little bit for me. It's saving you a little bit for me." But then you see trades like Desmond Bane, and you think back, "Damn, Nico, how did you not get us something better than 1 first round pick for Luka Doncic?" Hey, if you were over the fact that he wasn't staying in shape and smoking hookah, drinking beers, whatever, you made that decision. You have to lie in that. That's fine. But again, you keep seeing these trades around the league like a Desmond Bane, and you look back and you say, I don't care. The Mavericks did not get enough for Luka. You'll always go back and say it, and you don't want to harp on it too much because you do want to look to the future eventually. But again, in this instance, Desmond Bane for 4 first round picks, and Luka can't even net more than one, even with Anthony Davis being involved in the trade, because again, he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And when he's on, I mean, you saw in his very first start for the Dallas Mavericks, he went absolutely ballistic. But, nah, man, I'm always going to see trades like this around the league and say, come on, Dallas, got to get more than 1 first round pick for Luka Doncic. More for Mavs latest, Cooper Flag with his shoe deal in New Balance. They have now dubbed June 25th as Flag Day and plan to drop a crew neck for $155, a t-shirt for $75 day with the Flag Day branding, which will be available in store and online on June 23rd. Blue, gray, and white are the main colors available, and the blue is just close enough to being both the Mavericks blue and the Duke Blue Devils blue. Per New Balance's press release, the collection draws inspiration from Flag's countless hours dedicated to the game that has taken him from Newport, Maine to the National Player of the Year in his lone season at Duke. I think this is genius by New Balance. You see that you signed the eventual #1 overall pick, and you're investing in him. I think he could be the face of New Balance, honestly. Kawhi was fun for that 2019 Toronto run. Now he was fun with New Balance, but move over because you got a new sheriff in town for New Balance, and they're getting it started right on draft day. Draft day will be Flag Day. So get ready to get your money ready because the Cooper Flag merch is coming, and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. Um, More with Mavs latest here. Kyrie Irving has been absolutely amazing on his Twitch streams lately. In a former pod, I talked about a little bit about that and stuff that he's talked about on his Twitch stream, and I wanted to take a second here to mention his message on men's mental health. One quote he's had was, it's men's mental health awareness, but this is about awareness of your mental health. He continued to say, the stream is helping me heal, and it's as simple as I can put it. He encourages fans to speak up and check in with people closest to you. Don't stay quiet, Kyrie Irving says. Don't go into your shell. Reach out and say, hey, how are you doing? I love you, and all that matters. Um, Obviously, he's talked about the low points of his ACL injury and stuff that he is going through to heal from that. And I love it from Kyrie because, again, I'm going to keep harping on this because I just love the growth from Kyrie Irving lately. It's just, he's really just been a great ambassador for the game over his time with Dallas. And I love that he's just continued to be this person. And, once he was humbled and got traded to Dallas and, his contract wasn't guaranteed, and then Dallas took a shot on him, and he stayed the course and didn't revert back to some of the other kind of foolishness and stuff that he's frankly better than to do. I think he just bouncing back from that. I'm really happy for Kyrie. And some more words he had on his stream. He said, I'm watching the finals, recovering from my ACL injury. I could be bogged down or depressed, but I'm sharing this unfiltered because you all deserve it. I let people spin narratives, get into my head, violate my spiritual boundaries. That led to a spiral of emotions, and I know what it feels like to lose it all or not want to be on earth anymore. So please don't stay quiet. Don't retreat. I care. Reach out to your loved ones. And again, a powerful message from Mavs guard Kyrie Irving. And I echo a lot of all that, man. As somebody that's done therapy myself, I echo everything Kyrie had to say. If you're feeling down, don't bottle it up. Speak to someone, if it's your loved one or your friend or a professional. It doesn't matter who. Again, just don't keep it inside, bro. It's not worth it. But another note with Kyrie Irving, he can be a free agent if he so chooses to be a free agent this year. So he could opt out and be a free agent this summer with a player option with around $43 million. And he was in line for a passive payday before he tore his ACL in March. The injury complicates things. Everyone expects him to be back in Dallas. He clearly likes being in Dallas. So what could a potential contract look like for him with an extension in Dallas? ESPN front office insider Bobby Marks, he said that a 3-year, $113 million deal for Kyrie Irving would actually be a win-win for Dallas and Kyrie Irving. Bobby goes to say, $35 million price tag for next season is $8 million lower than Kyrie Irving's option and gives Dallas a greater flexibility to operate below the second apron. Obviously a hot topic in the NBA. The Mavericks now have access to about $5.7 million tax mid-level exception dollars to sign a temporary replacement for Kyrie Irving if they were to do so. If the 9-time All-Star opted into the $43 million salary, the Mavericks would only have a veteran minimum exception and would be over that second apron. And as we see with a lot of moves in the NBA, teams are trying to stay under that second apron. So I think Kyrie likes it in Dallas. I don't think he wants to change it up. I don't think he wants to move. I would expect him to take a similar deal to what Bobby Marks is suggesting here. So that's definitely something we're going to keep our eyes on. But I would expect Kyrie Irving to be staying in Dallas. To wrap it up here on Mavs Latest, want to give you the latest Dallas Mavericks chatter. One move that I saw as a fun rumor mill type of trade, not something that's actually like heavily reported or anything, but just something fun to see if anyone would be interested. Andy Bailey of Bleacher Report wrote an article. At least one trade idea for every team that's watching 2025 NBA Finals from home. He involved a trade that would be Dallas and the Charlotte Hornets surrounding Anthony Davis. So the Mavericks would get Yusuf Nurkic, Miles Bridges, 3 first rounders, and the Hornets would get Anthony Davis in return. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Like, I don't think I even need to break that down. Other than that's awful. That's a bad trade. That is a trade signaling that you're rebuilding and looking for the first overall pick in the following draft. And Nico is so committed on Anthony Davis. I don't think there's a player in the league outside of maybe, I'm just trying to think, just like a Wemby or someone just out of this world that Nico Harrison likes more than Anthony Davis. I think he's enamored with Anthony Davis. I don't see Anthony Davis going anywhere. And also, that's a terrible trade offer. No one would ever do that. That's awful. I'm sorry to, you're just having fun over there, Bleacher Report, but that is a terrible trade idea. But the last trade idea I saw that actually piqued my attention a little bit is on the DLLS Mavericks podcast. Co-host Bobby Corilla, he suggested that the Mavericks go after Pelicans forward Trey Murphy III, and he detailed a trade of Trey Murphy III for Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, and 2 first-round picks. I love this deal. I think that is a definite trade target that the Mavericks need to go after. Trey Murphy for the Pelicans had a breakout year for them. 21 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 45, 36, and 88% shooting splits for the season. I really like Trey Murphy. He's a prototype forward in the league. Could stretch the floor, could score at a nice pace, and plays really high-level defense. I think he really would fit what the Mavericks got going on. And to be honest with you, you're trading away, honestly, the 2 players that I'm sorry. I think if you're going to release some of this backlog in your front court, these are the 2 players that you gotta move on from. And I'm okay giving away 2 first-round picks for a guy like Trey Murphy, who's still a young player in this league, and still could honestly has a little bit more room to grow. And especially with Kyrie being out, I think he would be a perfect trade target for the Dallas Mavericks. But this has been Mavs Latest. I am Josyah Howard. Please subscribe in the channel. Please leave all comments. Anything I had to say today, please leave a comment below. And let's keep getting it, y'all.